How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews, back with a little bit of mystery beers, courtesy of my boy Jeff, aka No Jinx. Yeah, those who watch the beer tubes and watch more than just me, which you should, you will, if you're a fan of Joe from the Beer Patrol, you have seen beers, not just beers, but mystery beers from Jeff before. This is my first foray into mystery beers or otherwise for Jeff, so kind of excited about this one. All the stuff that he has sent me so far, let's put it this way. I drank two of them. One was a mystery beer, Secret. It was low ABV. And the other beers, two beers I had that are non-mystery beers are low ABV. Knee-jerk reaction, I say this one might be a little bit bigger. We'll see what's what. So, labeling-wise, awesome. Nice aluminum foil. And, yeah, head dissipated pretty quickly. So, either a bigger ABV beer or adjunct involved. Let's see if we can get a nose. Doesn't really smell all that big, to be perfectly honest with you. Very drying, very soft, kind of coffee vibes. I don't know if it's a malt-driven kind of coffee vibe or an actual coffee vibe, but there's a big roasted malt component in here. It almost has like a, I don't think it's peanut butter. I would go more kind of hazelnut as far as this nutty characteristic on it, but there's something outside of the malt bringing like a nut characteristic. Knee-jerk is like a hazelnut, like Nutella kind of thing going on. So soft coffee vibes, soft Nutella, nutty vibes. Roasted malt, not overly sweet. Let's dive in. Cheers. Man, that's as close to peanut butter as you can get without it being peanut butter. Really is, man. That's why I'm going to stick to my, like, hazelnut thing. Now, you tell me there's a little bit of peanut butter in here, fine. But let me drink a little bit more, because it's just making me think more and more peanut butter. But it's not heavy-handed. It's got to be a low ABV beer again. There's almost this seltzer-y vibe to it. Carbonic acid thing going on, too, which is pretty cool. And it's predominantly where I'm getting a bittering from. Sure, there's a roasted malt to it, but that roasted malt is more of a coffee kind of richness to it. Not really a bittering, and there's not really much as far as hops. There's this very fun addition of carbonic acid, which I think plays really, really well with this beer. Could be an additional kind of adjunct. That's the way it's playing for me. Maybe we should explore that. We should think about that carbonic acid as a seltzer component, and then think what would naturally occur that kind of flavor from seltzer. So we're talking about a bitters, maybe it's a I love this. I love overthinking beers. So I'm going to call this somebody's stout proper 6.8% stout. I'm going to go hazelnut. I'm not going to go peanut butter. In some kind of botanical. Like a bitter. Like some kind of bitters. Like a bittering that you would put in like a mixed drink. Like an old fashioned or something like that. Bitter. So there's a botanical kind of vibe to it. That's what I attribute to that seltzer kind of bittering. Then there's this nut characteristic that gets very close to peanut butter. But doesn't get there. And with how small I think this beer is in that 6% range. Maybe even smaller. I think it's more of like a hazelnut kind of thing. A big dose of hazelnut as opposed to an actual peanut butter. So 6.8% somebody's stout with hazelnut and some kind of botanical in it. I want to go 5. I want to go 5%, but I can't. Let's pour the rest in there and just lock it in. 6.2. There we go. Compromise a little bit. 6.2% somebody's stout with hazelnut and a botanical in it. So I think this is the same brewery that he sent me. Is this the same brewery? It looks like it. Okay. So what's the name of this brewery again? Witch's Hat Brewing. No, that wasn't the brewery it gave me. I don't think it is, but it looks very similar can wise. Actually, it might have been Witch's Hat. Because it looks... No, it's not. It's different. Different brewery. So this is their session pastry stout with peanut butter, chocolate, and vanilla beans. Okay. I got some kind of botanical in there. I didn't really get a ton of vanilla on this. Now that I can kind of think about it, sure, fine. I thought maybe a heavy oat addition. But in that peanut butter really is kind of very light, very minimal. It really is more kind of hazelnutty to me, more than peanut butter. Which I actually kind of dig. 6.5%. Okay. So I was at 6.8, I went to 6.2. I basically flip-flopped. I like this quite a bit. They call this, a baby session pastry stout. 6.5% session. Being a little bit liberal there, but I think it's quite tasty. I wonder, it has to be carbonic acid. That has to be that where I'm getting that botanical from, because that's initially what my knee-jerk reaction was, but I wanted to dig deeper on it and see and try to be too cool for school and actually pick out something, so I talk myself out of just that being a carbonic acid thing. This is fun. I like this. As dark beers go, this one and the other one he sent me, and that one will go up before this one most likely, so I'm not really spoiling much here. As this low ABV kind of dark beers go, they're two of the pretty much best ones I've had as of late, especially talking about low ABV. The other one was actually sub 5, so that was that impressive. But I like that. I mean, that peanut butter is so delicately handled that doesn't come off heavy in any form or fashion, which I appreciate. So little so that you get the peanut butter vibes, but it's more of a nut characteristic as opposed to just like Reese's peanut butter cup. The vanilla is very light in this. Like I said, I just kind of knocked it off and didn't even speak to it because I was like, okay, it's an oat addition. It is what it is. I'm not even going to mention it. That's how minimal the vanilla comes off in this, and I like that. Usually vanilla is kind of tips in the other direction where people get a little bit too excited to use it. It's just a really tasty beer and a really fun mystery beer. Man, those are probably two of the... This one and the other one he said is probably two of the biggest misses I've had as of late, mystery beer wise. So I kind of like that. You know what I mean? The other one, I was off by like 3%, I think, on the ABV on the other one. And this one, while I nailed the ABV and that fact that it was like a stout, you know what I mean? And it had the nut characteristic fine, but I missed on that vanilla. But otherwise, just a very fun mystery beers. Thank you very much, Jeff. Is this one of the better, low ABV kind of adjunct stouts I've had as of late? It's worthy of being in a conversation, eking towards the top. It's not Mount Rushmore status. Give me a Gunner's Daughter, those kind of beers, even lower in ABV and a little bit more impactful. But it's damn tasty stuff. Value and availability, no idea. Jeff, if you want to let us know what's what and leave you with, if you like what we like this beer. If you like low ABV pastry chips and burps, you'll like this beer. So there you go. A little mystery beer in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you do enjoy the Mystery Beer series, you're more than welcome to send some off. Shoot me an email, massivebeers@gmail.com or matt@massivebeers.com. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, Beer Massif for the podcasting stuff, Massive Beers for all the other stuff, and leave you with, if you like, what way you like this. I already said that, so let's just cut to the chase. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. I screwed myself up. I actually went podcast first, beer stuff second, which I never do, and that threw me in a loop because I'm old and tired because babies. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying some mystery beer right now. Hope we'll see you next time. Cheers.